I have a new thing for wool beanie caps. Does that make me even more of a college hipster than some people already say I am? John Lennon. Too mainstream! Anyway, story about this particular hat. I picked it up at Hot Topic while I was home for the weekend on Saturday. Coincidentally, Sean, you were home for the weekend too, which was awesomeness! But yeah, I went to the mall Saturday and picked up this bad boy for one easy payment of $9.95. That's cheap. Right? Not a bad price! And I realized that I always wanted a wool beanie cap. Only I never actually had one. When I used to go shopping exclusively with my mom, everything that I was thinking about buying had to be met with some kind of approval. Would Mom like it if I got a wool beanie cap? And I depended on that approval later on in making bigger decisions, not just about clothes, but about things and life. Would people like it if I did this? Would people hate it if I did that? It became about what other people thought rather than what I actually wanted. And so with growing up, there comes this necessity for independence, for outgrowing approval. With that in mind, I got this sexy wool beanie cap. Have I been called a hipster for wearing it? Yes. Has my dad referred to me as a Keebler elf for wearing it? Yes. But who cares? I think it's sexy. And the important thing is, I like it. I think I'll call this the I like it philosophy. And when you think about it, the I like it philosophy can be applied to nearly every facet of life. Speaking of things I like, my floor is one of them. My dorm floor is the coolest thing since sliced bread. Thus, we are the coolest thing ever who created the previous title holder of the coolest thing ever. We live at Wolf Hall. We are on the second floor. We are the Wolf 2 Zoo crew. What a do? What a do? And why are we so cool? Yeah, a bunch of people on my floor spent the majority of yesterday making a Gangnam Style parody.
OPPA Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
I mean, how great is that? I also take bonus pride in the fact that I stayed up until 3:30 in the morning editing the whole thing together, when I should have been studying for a Spanish test. That was today. Somehow I managed to survive that. I thought the test would play out like a bad Spanish soap opera. ¿Por qué? But instead it was manageable. You needed to know your stuff, yeah, but I was fine. I used muy vocabulario. Sean, I wanted to end my video by addressing a point that you made in your previous video. You talked about how you want to be an inspiration for young artists and innovators in a similar way that chicken hair inspired you. I feel just the same. I think more than anything, I want my life to feel worthwhile in the end. And I know that the only way that'll happen for me is inspiration. I want to be a poet of the modern age. I want to be a talk show host and make people smile and think about stuff. But I think most of all, I want to be a role model for others like others have been for me. I want to be and set a good example for future generations. And I want to make a difference. Even if only in just some small way. I want the world to have changed for the better, at least partly due to my existence.